Most preppers are stocking their trunk with the wrong gear, and a retired Green Beret I sat down with last month laughed out loud when I showed him what's inside the average civilian's emergency kit. He said, and I quote, "You've got $600 worth of junk that'll get you killed by mile marker 40. Then he pulled 7 items out of his own truck. Total cost? Under $90. And 3 of them you can grab at any Walmart tonight before it closes. I'll show you the exact item he pulled out first in about 6 minutes. It costs less than a large pizza, and it's already saved 2 lives in his unit. And the third item on this list, you already own it. It's sitting in your house right now. But 9 out of 10 of you have been storing it completely wrong, and when you need it most, it won't work. But the one that shocked me the most, it's a $4 item veterans have been hiding in their trucks since Vietnam. Cops don't flag it. TSA doesn't care. And in a real breakdown scenario, it does something no $300 gadget on Amazon can do. Stay with me. Because if you drive more than 20 miles from home, what I'm about to show you could be the difference between walking out and being the story on the 6 o'clock news. Here's the truth nobody in the prepper space wants to say out loud. Your house isn't where you're going to die. Your bug-out bag isn't where you're going to die. Statistically, if things go sideways, a blizzard, a grid failure, a wildfire evacuation, a civil disturbance, you're going to be in your vehicle, stuck, stranded, or trying to get home. FEMA's own data shows the average American is more than 11 miles from home when disaster hits. In rural states, that number jumps past 30, and the average person carries less survival gear in their car than they do in their bathroom. Let that sink in. You've got more useful gear next to your toilet than you do in the 2-ton machine you spend 300 hours a year inside. The guys who actually served, the ones who've been in convoys ambushed in Fallujah or stuck in ice storms outside Fort Drum, they don't pack their trucks like Instagram preppers. They pack them like men who've watched things go wrong. Here's the payoff curve. Number 7 is useful. Number 5 will surprise you. Number 3 will change how you drive forever. And number 1, most civilians have never even heard of it. But every ranger, every Green Beret, and every long-haul convoy driver I've talked to keeps one within arm's reach. We're counting down from 7. Number 7, the item that replaces your flashlight. The first thing my Green Beret contact, I'll call him Marcus. He still does contract work, so I can't use his real name. The first thing he told me to throw out of my truck was my flashlight. I looked at him like he was crazy. It's a $90 tactical light, rated for 1200 lumens. He shook his head. Useless. You'll drop it. The battery will be dead when you need it, and it lights up your face like a target. What he carries instead? A red lens headlamp. Specifically, the Energizer Vision HD Plus Focus, under $18 at Walmart. Runs on 3 AAA batteries you can pull out of a TV remote in an emergency. Here's what a flashlight does that could kill you. It occupies your hand. In a real vehicle emergency, changing a tire in a blizzard, treating a passenger's wound, hot wiring a jump, you need both hands. Free, the red lens matters too. White light destroys your night vision for 20 to 30 minutes after you shut it off. Red light, your eyes stay adjusted. You can turn it off and still see the road, the tree line, the person walking toward your vehicle. Marcus told me about a night outside Kandahar where his team was doing vehicle maintenance under blackout conditions. 2 guys had white lights. 1 had red. Guess who spotted the movement in the wadi 400 meters out before anyone else? Guess who saved the patrol? That's the philosophy. Gear that works when you're panicked, tired, injured, or all 3. Which brings us to number 6. And by the way, number 4 on this list is the one Marcus said he'd grab first if he had 10 seconds to bail out of a burning vehicle. Keep that in mind. Number 6, the $6 tool that beats a $200 multi-tool. Every prepper YouTuber wants you to buy a Leatherman. I own 3 of them. They're beautiful pieces of engineering. Marcus called them hobby knives. What he keeps in the driver's side door pocket instead, a Vise Grip 7WR curved jaw locking pliers, 6 inches long, around $16 at any hardware store. He's had the same pair for 14 years. A locking pliers doesn't need your grip strength. That matters when your hands are frozen or bleeding or shaking from adrenaline. It clamps down and stays clamped. You can use it as a wrench, a wire cutter, a bolt extractor, an emergency door handle when yours snaps off, or, and this is the one nobody talks about, a battery terminal clamp when your factory clamp corrodes. Try that with a Leatherman. You'll snap the jaws. A former Marine combat engineer I interviewed for another project told me the same thing, unprompted. Leatherman is for the base. Vice grips are for the field. He said his unit went through pallets of them in Iraq because they'd loan them out and forget to get them back. $16. 60 years of design. Made in America since 1924. That's number 6. Now let's talk about the one that's probably in your kitchen right now, and you've been storing it wrong your whole life. This is going to sound backwards. But stay with me, because when I tell you the reason, you're going to want to walk to your pantry the second this video ends. Number 5, the item in your kitchen that belongs in your trunk. You own it. It's cheap, and you've been storing it in the one place it's least useful. Your kitchen. Aluminum foil, heavy duty, Reynolds wrap extra thick. About $8 for a 150 square foot roll. Stay with me, because a roll of heavy duty foil in your trunk can do things no dedicated survival tool can. 1. It's a signal mirror. Tear a foot-long strip, and on a sunny day you can flash a search plane from 6 miles out. That's verified. The Civil Air Patrol uses foil in their own training scenarios. 2. It's an emergency fire starter. Wrap it around a 9-volt battery contact point, and you get instant sparks. Every truck battery in America can start a fire in 15 seconds with a strip of foil. 3. It's a Faraday wrap. If you carry a backup phone or a small GPS, 3 tight layers of foil will shield it from an EMP or electrical surge. Not perfect, but better than nothing, and nothing is what most people have. 4. It's a heat reflector. Line the inside of a wool blanket with foil, and your body heat retention jumps by nearly 40%. That's how our guys stayed warm in the Hindu Kush at 11,000 feet. A former Air Force pararescue jumper, PJ, told me foil was one of the 3 items every downed pilot was trained to scavenge from a wreck, not the fancy survival kit. The foil, but here's the mistake. You've been storing it in a warm kitchen drawer, which means the roll gets tacky and the sheets tear. Keep it in a gallon Ziploc in your trunk out of direct sun. It'll last 20 years. Now, number 4. This is the one Marcus said he'd grab first from a burning vehicle. I promised you that reveal. Here it is, number 4, the one item veterans grab when everything burns. If your truck is on fire or underwater or wrapped around a tree, you have maybe 12 seconds to make decisions. What do you grab? Not your bug-out bag. Too big. Not your gun. Illegal in half of what happens next. Not your phone. Already in your pocket. A tourniquet. Specifically the CAT Gen 7 Combat Application Tourniquet Generation 7. About $30 at any reputable medical supplier. Do not buy the knockoffs on Amazon. They fail. Real ones are stamped and traceable. Here's the ugly truth. The number 1 preventable cause of death in a vehicle accident isn't the crash itself. It's hemorrhaging. Blood loss from an arm or a leg wound before EMS arrives. A femoral artery bleed will kill you in 3 minutes. 3. A tourniquet properly applied stops that bleed in under 30 seconds, one-handed. Even on yourself. A friend of mine, retired 18 Delta, that Special Forces medic, told me about a highway wreck he came across on I-40 in Tennessee, off-duty, driving home to see his mom. 2-car collision. Woman in the driver's seat had a compound leg fracture, arterial bleed. He pulled the cat out of his center console, had it on her leg in 40 seconds. She lived. He said if he'd had to run back to a trunk-mounted kit, she'd have bled out before he got there. Keep it in your center console. Not the trunk. Not the glove box. Somewhere you can reach it with your seatbelt still on. $30. 2 ounces. It doesn't care if you're a Democrat or a Republican, a prepper or a soccer mom. It just stops the bleeding. That's number 4. We're getting into the top 3 now, and this is where it stops being about tools and starts being about the things they don't tell you, because number 3 is the item everyone owns and everyone gets wrong. Number 2 is the one that will surprise you the most. And number 1 is the $4 secret that started this whole video. Number 3, the thing you own and store wrong. Time to close that loop I opened at the top. The item you already own, but store completely wrong. Water. I know. You expected something exotic. But hear me out, because this is the mistake I've made for 15 years, and it almost cost me on a stretch of I-70 in Utah in 2019. Most people throw a case of Kirkland bottled water in their trunk and call it a day. Here's what happens. That plastic polyethylene terephthalate PET sits in a trunk that hits 140 degrees in summer. It leaches chemicals. The bottles collapse or split. In winter, they freeze and burst. By the time you actually need that water, half your bottles are empty, moldy, or chemical tainted. Here's what veterans do instead. Datrex emergency water pouches. About $12 for a 12-pack. Coast Guard approved. 5-year shelf life, freeze-thaw stable. Each pouch is a single 2-ounce ration, exactly the amount to prevent dehydration for a short stretch without overloading your kidneys if you're already stressed. Store them in a hard plastic ammo can, the M2A1 style, about $20 at any surplus store. Keeps them from getting punctured, keeps them cool, keeps them for a decade. A retired Coast Guard rescue swimmer told me they train specifically on these pouches because they don't rupture on impact. He said, a bottle of Aquafina won't survive a Class 3 crash. A Datrex will. And the craziest part, the whole setup, pouches plus ammo can, is under $35. Total. That's number 3. Now, number 2, this one nobody talks about. And I mean nobody. Asterisk number 2, the item that keeps you moving. Here's a question nobody in the prepper community asks. What happens when your truck runs out of gas? Not what happens if the grid drops. Not what happens if the economy collapses. What happens on the boring, ordinary Tuesday when you miscalculate and your tank hits E on a back road with no station for 40 miles? A 1-gallon Shurkin spill-proof fuel container, about $45. Blue for diesel, red for gas. Most people don't carry gas in their vehicle. And I get it, it feels dangerous. But here's what they don't tell you. Modern Shurcans are engineered with a rotating spout and an internal check valve. They don't spill in a rollover. They don't vent fumes in the summer heat. They meet EPA and CARB standards, which means they're legal in all 50 states. 1 gallon of gas gets a modern sedan somewhere between 20 and 35 miles. That's the difference between stranded and made it to the next town. That's the difference between sleeping in your car in January and sleeping in a motel. A retired Army convoy commander I spoke with, 22 years driving trucks through Iraq, Kuwait, and later teaching at Fort Leonard Wood, told me the single most valuable piece of cargo in any convoy wasn't ammo. It wasn't food. It was jerry cans. You can't shoot back if you can't move, he said, and you can't move without fuel. Ammo without fuel is a museum piece. Let that sink in, which brings us to number 1. The one I promised you at the start. The $4 item veterans have been hiding in their trucks since Vietnam. Stay with me for 90 more seconds, because this is the one that will make you rearrange your entire vehicle setup tonight. Number 1, the $4 item veterans have hidden in their trucks for 50 years. Okay, here it is. The one that started this whole video, a green military surplus 550 paracord bracelet with a fire starter buckle. Not the fancy tactical one from a mall kiosk. The real deal. Mil-Spec Type 3, 7 inner strands, 550-pound tensile strength. You can find them at any Army-Navy surplus store for around $4 to $6. A bracelet? Yes, because it's not really a bracelet. It's roughly 10 feet of coiled 550 cord, disguised as jewelry, riding on your wrist or looped through a headrest. Here's what 10 feet of Type 3 paracord does. It replaces a broken serpentine belt in a pinch. I've seen it done on a Ford F-150 in a parking lot in Missouri. Becomes a tow strap for small loads. It splints a broken arm. It ties a tarp between 2 trees for a rain shelter. Unbraided, each of the 7 inner strands becomes fishing line, snare wire, or emergency stitches. The fire starter buckle. Magnesium ferrocerium rod. Throws sparks at 3,000 degrees. Works when wet. Works at altitude. Works in the wind. Marcus told me every single guy in his ODA, Operational Detachment Alpha, had one. Not because it was standard issue, because it was the one item that never let them down and never got confiscated. Airport security ignores it. Cops don't flag it. But if you ever need to secure a door, splint a leg, hoist a pack up a tree, or start a fire with soaking wet tinder, it does the job. He told me one specific story. A vehicle rollover in a training exercise in Fort Bragg. Driver pinned. They couldn't get the door open. One of the guys pulled the paracord off his wrist, threaded it through the door frame, wrapped it around the winch mount of another truck, and pulled the door open in under 2 minutes. $4 of cord saved a man from a broken back. $4. 50 years of military service records. 10 feet of possibility on your wrist. That's the 7. But before you close this video, there's one more thing nobody talks about. Every list you've ever seen skips this. Every YouTube guru pretends it doesn't matter. But every veteran I've interviewed for this video mentioned it. Unprompted, a printed physical map. Specifically, a Rand McNally Road Atlas, the large format one, about $18 at any truck stop. Your phone's GPS is a lie. It's a beautiful, useful lie until it isn't. In 2020, when a section of the AT&T network went down in the Southeast for 6 hours, thousands of drivers were stranded because they literally didn't know how to get home without turn-by-turn directions. A paper map doesn't need a satellite, doesn't need a signal, doesn't need a charge. And here's the thing nobody tells you. In a real crisis, cell towers are the first thing to overload. Not because they get destroyed, because everyone calls their family at once and the network chokes. A retired Air Force navigator I interviewed put it this way: the map was the primary, the GPS was the backup. That's how we trained. Modern civilians have it backwards, and it's going to bite them. $18 for a book that never runs out of battery. Let that sink in. Here's the thing. What you just heard, those 8 items, it's not the whole picture, because gear only matters if you know where to go when things fall apart. And that's a completely different conversation. In my next video, I'm breaking down the 3 states where veterans are actually relocating to right now, quietly, off the radar, without telling their neighbors, and why most Americans have never even heard of number 2. One of them has zero property tax for veterans, unrestricted land use, and a natural aquifer nobody's talking about. If you drive a truck, if you carry a pack, if you've ever laid awake at 2 a.m., wondering what you'd actually do if the phones went dark, that next video is for you. Hit subscribe, tap the bell, because when the moment comes, you don't want to be the guy in the parking lot at 3 a.m. with nothing. You want to be the guy with the trunk that's ready. I'll see you in the next one.
It's produced only for the educational and information purpose. All the content used in this video is real and authentic and can be changed anytime. The tools and other things that's being used in this video are totally safe and according to the manufacturer policy. Thank you so much.